I'm here with Alex. Alex, could you tell us a little bit about your show?
Yeah, so my show is When We Died, and it is about an embalmer who is forced to decide whether or not to stay at work one day and embalm the body of a man who assaulted her a year previously. So it's quite intense, but it isn't about that necessarily. That's not a spoiler. It's something that comes out, you're aware of that quite soon. The play focuses more on her sort of working out how that's made her life and her relationships unravel over the last year, and about her taking back ownership of her own narrative, and it also follows her making a sort of decision towards the end. It's a bit of a will she won't she moment at the end.
It is a beautiful piece. We saw it the other day. It's a beautiful physical piece. Can you tell us about your journey to bring your piece here? I know it was maybe a longer one than some pieces.
Yeah. So I wrote the first draft of this in 2016, which feels insane now, and really brilliantly that draft then got longlisted for the Bruntwood Playwriting Award, and through that I met Andy Routledge, who was a dramaturg and is a dramaturg but also a director. I always think of it as like he worked on it as a dramaturg and now he's the director of the play, and through him met Courtney of Carbon Theatre. So we all developed the play on and off, would go to scratch nights, and between other jobs worked through kind of developing this show, and then eventually in 2020 got a run at Vault Festival. So it felt like, okay, great, we're doing really well. And then obviously, 2020.
Yeah.
So we finished our run on the 15th of March. So it was the fact we got to do the run is, we're very, very lucky. But also it was a bit of like, oh my God, come on. So that was really stressful, but we were very lucky. We managed to get funding to make a theatrical film of it in 2021. And we then toured it a wee bit around the UK at the start of this year. And then we were like, right, let's go for it. And so we applied for Summerhall, which I think is, for me anyway, is like the dream venue for any kind of new writing piece. But we specifically wanted the Anatomy Lecture Theatre because the play goes into so much detail about embalming and, anatomy, and it is about the body. It's like sort of the tactileness of it. And so that was our like dream venue, and we got it, which was really exciting. So we're there now. So it does feel like a bit of a dream come true after all this time.
And you're at Summerhall. How do they do there? Do they program? How do they get things in there?
Yeah, so they program. I think the thing that sets Summerhall apart from the other venues is that it's a venue all year round. Up here, obviously Pleasance is as well, but not up here. They're down in London, and then the others, like I think Underbelly's quite seasonal, but Summerhall is one all year round. So they curate their programming, which I think and there's pros and cons to all venues. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other, but I think. As I say, it's quite nice when you've worked on a show for so long to be like, no, I think that's where it belongs, and then when someone agrees with it, you're like, okay, cool. So they do. You apply and hopefully just say yes or no, or yes, and then you hope you can afford to then do it and go for it. And obviously, we're just very lucky that we're here.
And how's it going so far?
Yeah, really good. It's going really well. We had really lovely audience feedback, lots of lovely reviews, which is really lovely, and we're just really happy to be here. I think because it's taken so long. It's easy to think of Edinburgh as this thing of, if I do Edinburgh, then I might get this and this, maybe this run, this tour. And obviously all of those things would be very, very nice, and we would really like those things to happen. But we do if anybody's listening, we would love those things to happen. But also I think it's really easy to forget that actually just being here is an achievement, and enjoy it while it lasts. I don't want to go home at the end of August and think, I've just been stressed all month working on the next thing, rather than being like, oh my God, we get to do a run of this show that we've all believed in for so long, and finally having people say that, people coming up to us afterwards and, seeing us in Summerhall and being like, oh, I saw your show. It just means the world. So we're just very, very happy to be here.
This is 5 Minute Fringe, so for the last minute, I'm sure we've only gone for 5 minutes. I'm just enjoying talking to you so much. If you could give us one recommendation of a show you think everyone should see.
Yeah, 30 and Out at Pleasance Courtyard, which is Kit Sinclair's show, and it's great, and it's very very life affirming and a very underrepresented topic, I think. So yes, 30 and Out.
Great, and thank you so much, Alex, for your time.
Thank you so much.